Okay, so we can start with we can clap and then it'll start on the clap.
Yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Welcome
What's up,
back
guys?
To St. Kyle Unfiltered.
Yup. We're gonna be talking about our experiences in Sternstein's English 102 class. But we also got some people calling in today. They're gonna be asking us some questions.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. All right, guys. We got our first caller for today. His name is Brian. He's got a couple questions to ask us. So let's see what he's got to say today.
Hey guys, this is Brian. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, we're doing great, man.
Doing well, man. Doing well.
How are you doing, man? Got any questions for us?
Oh, I was just wondering, what's the biggest lesson you learned about research and writing this semester?
Okay.
Good one.
I like that question. I think one of my biggest lesson personally was finding my sources and knowing which sources to believe and not to believe. Sternstein really emphasized our scholarly sources this semester and making sure that we have good quality evidence for our argumentative essays. I think that's my biggest thing that I've learned. What about you, Tate?
I'd say one of the biggest lessons I've learned is probably the importance of flexibility, and how when you first start researching, you often have a clear idea of where you think your argument is going, but the deeper your research gets, you often realize that ideas shifts, perspectives evolve. Sometimes your first assumptions aren't going to be right and aren't as strong as you think.
Yeah.
And I also learned that structure is very important, how you build up your evidence and your literature. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn from this class. I think one of the biggest things also that I remember from the beginning of the year was we read this article about the right way to write or to speak, and that article really changed my perspective on things and made me realize that I don't have to write a specific way to get a point across. Yeah.
I think more than anything, this process has shown me that research isn't just about finding sources. It's about engaging with them, questioning them, and figuring out how they fit into my understanding of the topic.
Yeah, and kind of I think with our essay too specifically, like our thoughts about it and what we learned and what we can take from it.
Yeah. So there's Brian.
Yep. Thanks, Brian.
Perfect. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you so much, Brian, for calling in and asking us some questions. Our second caller of the day, his name's gonna be Jackson. He's all the way from Rome, Italy. He's calling from us to ask us some questions about Sternstein, and let's hear what he's got to say. Jackson, you here, buddy?
Hey, Tate. Hey, Kyle. My name's Jackson, and I'm from Rome, Italy, and I'm actually going to be coming to Whitewater next year, but I wanted to know, how feedback in your, feedback from your classmates and instructors, reshaped your understanding about your topics.
Okay.
All right. That's a good question, Jackson.
That's a hard one.
I think, feedback is really important when it comes to writing because obviously you're never gonna get it right the first time. I think something that helped me the most was the peer review thing at the end of the semester that we did on our argumentative. I had some kids in our class, read over my article, and they gave me a bunch of points of things I can change, things they liked, and I think not only just from them but from Sternstein too, he's gonna be really he gives you a lot of feedback and always wants the best for you. So I think the feedback here is great, and it also helps me understand my topic a lot better, especially when Sternstein pushes you to dive deeper into your topic and ask a bunch of questions that you wouldn't even think about asking. So
I think feedback from classmates and instructors plays a crucial role in understanding your paper. And I think like Kyle said, Sternstein, he's gonna give you open feedback. He's gonna be honest. It's gonna be tough love, but it's gonna be what you need to elevate your paper and make it better. I also think peer review days and sending your document to your classmate, having them answer it, go over questions with you, how you can improve your paper. I think that can help your paper immensely.
Yeah, for sure. It's peer reviewing and editing is just so crucial to writing. Everyone needs it.
Yeah, man. All right.
Thanks, Jackson.
All right, Tate, Tyler, thank you guys so much. Maybe I'll run into you guys next year. Maybe
Yeah,
we can
man.
stop
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
of course, man. See ya. All right, thank you, Jackson. Like you said, hope you run into you next year or on campus. Maybe we can do some studying or something.
Yeah, man.
Next caller on the line, we got Jennifer. Jennifer,
Let's see.
you here?
Hey Jake, hey Kyle, this is Jennifer. I was just wondering, I want to be a teacher one day, and I was wondering, how do you think your research skills will help you in future academic or professional settings?
Okay, so I think research skills, just in general, are just are like everyone uses them, right? I mean, you see things on the news or like things online everywhere, and people are. I mean, you're always interested. You always got to do some little extra digging, especially on the internet nowadays. Like you don't know what's real and what's fake.
Yeah.
But I think for me in particular, I want to be a physical therapist. So, research is gonna be something that I'm gonna be doing for like the rest of my life. Basically, I've got graduate school. I've got to have my own research program or project that I've got to do for my applications. So I think just in general, like research, not only is something that can be so useful in academics and school, but just in things outside of it too. Whenever you see things on the internet or just things anywhere.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's incredibly valuable in both aspects, academic and professional. I mean, it's not just about gathering information, it's about understanding how different perspectives contribute to a bigger conversation and using that knowledge to strengthen my own work. I think beyond academics, research skills can help you immensely and make you think critically and figure out how to solve problems in a professional setting and in the real world at a job. And yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think this class also in particular helped us a lot because I mean I've never really done like a extensive research project, and I think being in this class and actually doing one and having Sternstein push you to find like I think we had to look up like 10 to 15 different sources and to be open to see different aspects or like different views of things. I think that's one of the most important things.
Many different research.
Yeah, for sure.
Many different pieces of information.
Yeah. Being able to not only just see one thing but see the other side and see what the pros and cons are is really good.
I think like no matter what career path you take, I mean, I think research skills will allow you to figure things out much easier with confidence and contribute meaningful ideas.
Yeah, I agree.
Jennifer?
Perfect. Thank you for your time. Yeah, thank you very much for the help.
Yeah, of course, Jennifer. You have a nice day.
Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer, for your call in. We appreciate you asking the question and hope that your career as a teacher goes very well. We've got Marcus, I think, on the call next.
Marcus
Right?
on the line. Marcus?
Hey guys, this is Marcus here. So I'm actually enrolled in Sternstein's class right now, and I know he talks a lot about like thinking about your target audience when you write about things and like thinking about other authors' target audience. So I kind of wanted to pick your guys' brain at what you guys were kind of thinking about your guys' own audience with your research papers.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think in my research paper, I see my audience as individuals or people who are interested or have been impacted by my topic. I mean, it could include anyone. It could include students, teachers, professionals, even just readers who want to know more about it. I assume that my audience has some level of curiosity about the subject, but may not be deeply familiar with all the information or aspects that go into it. I think to engage my audience, I use clear explanations, logical organization, and supporting evidence that speaks to their interests and concerns. Yeah, I mean, it's just basically whoever has been impacted and it's in their life or just want to know more about it.
Yeah, I agree with what Tate said. I agree with the fact that, it's for anybody who's really interested in the topic. But I think so for my argumentative essay, I think I wrote mine for like the educational system in college because I argued that there was inequalities in internships. So I think my target audience was definitely the education system at colleges and like, you know, the people who like kind of run it. But at the same time, it's also for the students too, bringing awareness to how some people might not see the inequalities in it, or some people who do see the inequalities of it, like how they're just impacted in like so many different ways. Um, Not even like just for my readers too. Like I was just so surprised when I read about it and like did my research on the topic and all that stuff. Um, Another thing also was Sternstein really emphasizes this topic in class, thinking about our author's audience. We read a book or an article by Rashana Young about like how you don't have to be or speak correctly, like that's what he tried to say. Speak correctly in order to be powerful and, you know, making moves, and kind of just to see how, yeah, his audience was. I think it was really important to us. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Cal, thank you guys so much for
Sure.
you guys' thoughts on this. I hope you guys get a good grade on your research papers.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You too. Thank you, Marcus, for calling in. Our next caller is going to be Jordan. Jordan?
Hey guys, this is Jordan here. I know Sternstein talks a lot about the goal of inquiry and academic research and how it's to create new knowledge for your readers and yourself. I was just kind of wondering about what new knowledge you think you have developed for yourself and your reader.
So first? Yeah. you go
Yeah.
first.
So what new knowledge do I think I've developed for me and my reader? I think I've developed a lot of knowledge on inequality in internships, because that's what my argumentative essay is about. I think even before I did this research, I really didn't have any clue about it. But I think my paper will help enlighten other people about all the things that other people go through and what limits people to getting jobs that they want in their future. So
I think for me at least, I learned a lot about PTSD symptoms and childhood neglect, and I think I've developed a deeper understanding of like not just my topic, but how to also research, like just think critically, like figure out how to find more sources, how to find deeper things. I think for my readers, I hope that I've provided insights that challenge their assumptions, introduce new ways of thinking and new topics that they can maybe get interested or promote, like, I don't know, help people out. Yeah, hopefully I just give them a new perspective.
yeah, I agree. I think our argumentative papers weren't really, or like they were specific on one topic, but in that one topic, there's just a magnitude of different things that really all come together to make that an issue, or like all this other things.
Jordan, still there?
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, you too.
You too, Jordan. Thank you, Jordan, for the call. Our next caller is Joanne.
Hi Jay, hi Cal. My name is Joanne, and my question was, I was just wondering what you guys' research topics were, and I wanted to know what you guys have learned the most from your topic, and what you guys think you guys can do to help others be more aware of your topic. Hi.
Okay. So my topic focused on inequalities in internships, and in my essay, I focused a lot about social class, wealth, and how those can create disparities in acquiring internships, because people use like connections and like their wealth, obviously. But I also think my essay was to teach people about these things, not just because there's so many things that go into it and like people don't see it. There's a lot of underlying factors that go into it. And in my article also, I do propose a solution at the end. I propose a solution that is school-wide, like internship program that would help a lot of students who can't afford like unpaid internships and all other things like that. But it'll also get them experience in the fields. So yeah, that's what mine was
Yeah.
about.
My research question was, in what ways might childhood emotional neglect shape the development of PTSD symptoms in adults who have experienced workplace trauma? So yeah, I think my central focus was kind of just promote this and make people realize that this is a problem and kind of how we can help figure this out. I think my research question addresses the connection between childhood emotional neglect and the development of PTSD symptoms in adults who have experienced workplace trauma. I think the core problem of this research question lies in understanding how early emotional neglect might shape the way people process and respond to trauma later on in life. And I think my question digs deep and makes people think about it and just be grateful for what you have, basically. I mean,
Oh yeah, of course. I mean that touches into my topic too. Even though like there's a lot of different things like wealth and social class that go into my issue also. Obviously, like what you said, like being grateful and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah.
there's just so many things that like people don't understand about like specific topics. So like
Yeah.
I think us doing this just spreads a lot of awareness to people that don't
Yeah.
understand it.
Thank you, Tate. Thank you, Kyle. I love your guys' show. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that is going to be it for today. That is the end of our show. See you next week. If you want to bet, make sure you give call 712